Did you have a good weekend? It was nice and cold. So it was stay under your blanket in your bed weather. Hey. What week are we in? Week 8, which means we have 1.5 weeks left of school. Which means that we have, for you have about 7 school days left for the foundation phase, and for the senior phase we have 8 school days left. Yay! That's exciting. Then we have a long holiday. Who of you can tell me what is in the hall? What words are in the hallway to the bathroom? Yes, Nosi.
Thank you.
Thank you. Now in our church it is our Thanksgiving season or something like that, I almost want to say. Now this morning I thought we have a lot to be thankful for as students in our school. Don't you think so too? We always have clean bathrooms. We have a clean school area, terrain, is that English word? We have a clean school terrain. We have teachers that care about you. Teachers don't just care about getting salaries and wasting your time. They actually care about you as a student. And that's a lot to be thankful for, don't you think? Boys? There we go. All right, but because it's cold, quickly stand up and jump up 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and shake off the cold. All right, are you ready? Yes, to listen? Yes, and to respond as well? Yes, okay, good. You may sit down. Is Cuckoo here? No, she's not. Thank you, ma'am.
Good morning, Destiny. Yo, I'm on the air. Can you hear me? Yes. Great. Did you sleep well? Yes. Are you ready for your final week? Yes. Are you sure? Yes. Okay, quickly close your eyes. Janelle said we must be thankful. And we have a lot to be thankful for. Quickly think of one thing that you are thankful for. It might not be your parents, or your home, or your bed. Did you think of something? Okay, who would like to share? Yes, Nosipo? She's thankful of her church. Sitembiso? I want you to say in a full sentence. I am thankful for.
I am thankful for a church we can live.
Thankful for a church we can live.
I'm thankful because I have teachers.
I'm thankful for my school.
She's thankful for a school.
I'm thankful for my school.
She's also thankful for her school. Let me skip you a little.
I'm thankful for a teacher.
I am thankful for a teacher.
I am thankful for friends.
I am thankful for my grandpa and grandma are pastors. I'm thankful that I have a dog.
Thankful that I have a dog. What is his name? Spotty. If we can look after a dog, we can look after many things.
I am thankful for life.
I am thankful for the rain.
Oh, Mpilo is thankful for the rain. Great ones, what do we get from rain? Where does the rainwater go to? No. Where does it first go? To the dams, and then to the rivers, and then to the rivers and the lakes and the dams and the ocean.
I'm thankful that I have God in my heart.
I'm thankful that I have books.
I am thankful for the world. I am thankful for my friends.
I am thankful for clothes.
Ma'am, I'm thankful for school uniform, ma'am.
Thankful for school uniform. Your school uniform Girls, we're going to stop with the boys. They are so thankful. We are thankful for thankful boys. Yeah, and boys, we are thankful for thankful girls. Aren't we? As long as there's something that we can be thankful for in our hearts, we are on the right way. The moment we start to think we must have everything we have. Look at me. The moment we start to think we must have what we have, we are in trouble. You don't have to have. Do you understand? You do not have to have. And you do not want, you don't have to want. Whom of you have ever said, I want KFC, I want McDonald's? Your parents take you to McDonald's and then you say, I don't want McDonald's, I want KFC. Or your parents take you to the Spur and then you say, I actually want that Ocean Basket. You spoiled brat. You could have eaten at home. Your parents do all the trouble to take you out for a meal, then you don't want. I don't want this. Sorry, can I quickly? Mr. Jacobs. It's my husband. Do you understand? You don't have to. You don't have to. It's almost holidays, Destiny Academy Gateway. And you know what? During the holiday, there's lots of things in the shops. Lots of beautiful displays and dolls and cars and games and everything. It's up everywhere. Have you seen? And clothes and stuff. And the world wants us to come and buy. They make everything so beautiful. They want you to think that you cannot do without that. Am I right, Londeka? They make it so beautiful that we think we cannot do without it. But that is not the truth. I want you to start to prepare your heart to say, God, please help me not to want to have everything that I see. Do you understand? Because that can cause you to be rude. And what did we practice this whole year, Luyanda? What did we say? We must before we We must what? Think before you speak. Okay, you must think before you speak. And you must think about things. If you don't think about things, Mawande, soldier, you are just going to be like everybody else. If you don't think about things, you must start to think. Think, how am I going to handle all the beautiful things in the windows, and that they show us on TV? And you must ask, do I really need this? Before you just buy something, you must ask what? Do I really need this? Because you know what? Your parents have worked very hard for their money. And that money does not get more when it's Christmas time. Do you understand? Sometimes they get a bonus or they get a blessing. But that is not to just spend on stuff. Nice things. The world says this is what we do. But I want you to think. Think before you speak. And what speak? Speaking like asking for another one. If you've got a nice pair of shoes, do you need another one? There's no boy in the school that needs a hat this morning. Am I right? So don't you dare ask for hats. We'll say thank you to Rian with all of your hats. But the truth is, students, if you are not going to think, you're going to speak wrong. You're going to speak, I want. That is how we open our lives up for wrong things. Because what if you can't have what you want to have? If you cannot have what you want to have, what is your attitude going to be like? Okay? I'm going to use a silly example. Joel and is quite good with woodwork. Do you know that? Okay, he's very good with woodwork. And they've got all the tools at home. Am I right? They've got all the tools. So it's easy to do the woodwork. And Tehila had a picture of a Christmas tree that she really wanted Joel to make. Tehila, does the Christmas tree look exactly like you wanted?
No, ma'am, it does not, ma'am. Because you don't get what you want always, ma'am.
Did you have to learn that lesson?
Yes, ma'am.
And can you still make something beautiful out of it?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, she had a picture. I'm sharing this because I asked yesterday, I wanted to know how far the tree is. And her mom said, the truth is the picture, and in the end, when you have to put everything together, does not always work the same. Do you understand? You can have a picture in your mind, but when you start to build it, you know what? It doesn't look like you want it to look. Whom of you have ever tried to draw yourself? Draw a picture of yourself. Okay? And then when you look at that picture, does it look like you? Ish. My nose always looks like, just a nose. And my eyes looks like just the eyes because I know they're supposed to be there. But I've never been able to draw a picture that looks exactly like Gerda. You know that? But am I still me? Even though the picture doesn't look like me. Even photos. Whom of you have ever took a photo and then you look at the photo and you look, geez, I don't want to look like that. That doesn't look like me. Like Carla's passport photo at convention. Oh my goodness, I saw it for the first time last night. I said, my poor... It's still Carla. Is it still Carla on the inside? It doesn't look, she looks this small. It looks like they took Carla. Carla, come and stand here. Can you see how tall Carla is? She's now outgrown her mother. She's quite tall. It looked like when they took the photo, they pushed her. But they also pushed her from the bottom. And it doesn't look like her. Thank you. Doesn't look like Carla. Tehila's Christmas tree doesn't look like Tehila's Christmas tree. But is it still a Christmas tree? The same is true about everything in life. Sometimes things does not look the way we want them to look. If I go into the shops and I try on an outfit, okay, I am in whatever the store. Where shall I buy a dress, girls? Miladies. Okay, because the boys can't go in there. So I'm going to try a dress on in Miladies. And when I put the dress on the hanger, when it hangs on the hanger, I think, this dress looks so beautiful. It is even in my size. Oh, I love this dress. And then I go into the fitting room, okay, with this beautiful dress. And then I put that beautiful dress on. And then I think, is this the same dress? Because it doesn't look on me like it looks on the hanger. And then I start to think, am I too fat for this dress? Because for some or other reason, we never think we're too thin for a dress. We always think we're too fat, hey girls? Such nonsense. But the truth is, what it looks like there when it hangs on the hanger, and it's all beautiful, does not mean, Ndumi, it's going to look the same on you. And that I want you to learn this morning. With Christmas time lying ahead of us, there's so many things that looks in a certain way. That would be nice to have. Some of you would like to have something specific. Okay, there's some things like that I think, if I can have that, it would be nice to have a pair of that. Or, I can do with, or I don't need this, but it will look very beautiful if I can put it in my home. Okay? There's going to be moments like this because the world shows you everything and it looks very beautiful. But the truth is, it may not change who you are. Because what it's there, what we want and what we see and what we want and what it ends up being are not always the same. But if you can be okay without all of it, say, I must first be okay without. Then I will be okay with it. So I will first be okay without, and then I will be okay with it. Will you remember that? If the world convinces you you cannot go without that, you know what? It's not always the truth. Because when you have it, it might not be like they've promised it to be. Do you understand? It might not be that what you wanted. And there's a scripture verse that I want to close with this morning. And you all know it. I know the verse, but I don't know where it stands. It says, I have learned to be what?
Content.
I have learned to be content. Where do we find that, great ones? Philippians 4 verse 11. Does that sound right? Must I check? Jy nou moet ons kyk. Let's see. Where do I find Philippians in the Bible, students? In the New Testament. Where in the New Testament? Come, think, where in the New Testament is it? I think we must have it. Miss Alnay, I want you to give Zionay 50 merits when she goes to class. Because it was a very brave thing. It says in Philippians chapter 4, I am not saying this because I am in need. For I have learned to be content, whatever the circumstances. It says, I know what it is to be in need, and I know what it is to have plenty. I have learned the secret of being content in any and every situation, whether well-fed or hungry, whether living with a lot of stuff or whether I don't have anything. I can do everything through Him who gives me strength. I can do it, and you can do it. You don't have to have. You need to learn to be content. Say, I must learn to be content. With or without. It's important. Because you're going to go to town this afternoon, and when you walk to the tills, they've got all the sweets in new covers. And they've got all the bling blings everywhere. And you are going to think for yourself, I need this. No, first think. You're going to think, I want this. First ask, do I? Do you need a chocolate every time you see one? Do you want one every time you see one? Now, if I eat a chocolate every time I want one, there would not be space for you in here. Because I don't need it. I only want it. When will we stop to want? When I have learned to with. Say again. Okay, now we're going to say, the staff is going to say, I have learned to be content. The girls are going to say with, and the boys are going to say or. What are the girls going to say? And the boys are going to say? Now you must say or without. What must you say? Or without. Okay, staff, are you ready? 1, 2, 3. I have learned to be content. Okay, now you are going to say, I have learned to be content. Staff says with, and you say or without. I have learned to be content. With or without. Now you say, I have learned to be content. I have learned to be content. without? Oh, we've got a new staff member. Okay. Now, whom of you are content? Whom of you think I can improve? Content means to be satisfied and thankful with what you have. Whom of you think you can improve a little bit in the content department? So let's stand to our feet. What does content mean? To be satisfied. If you've eaten a whole plate of food and your tummy is full and you go like, oh, that was nice. That's to be content, satisfied, enough. This is actually enough. If I have one pair of black shoes, do I need 10 other pairs of black shoes? No. If I've got a black jersey that I can wear with everything, do I need to buy myself every time I see a black jersey, another black jersey? Content means I'm satisfied. I have one and it's going to last me. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? So close your eyes. Say, Lord Jesus, I want to learn to be content with or without. Please forgive me for every time that I nag to my mom or my dad because I want things that I don't really need. Say, Jesus, I need to get better in the content department. Please help me to be more thankful and to appreciate what I have. Because then you will look after me. Jesus, thank you for my friends and thank you for this day. In Jesus' name. Amen. I have learned to be content with or without. What do you say? I have learned to be content with or without. Okay, but we have not learned yet. So we are going to change it slightly. What does slightly mean? A wee little bitty. Because we're not content yet. Okay, so we are going to say, I must learn to be content with or without. Okay, now we must, but you must only do two things. You must breathe and you must go to the toilet. Did you know that? Okay, so do we want to? Do we want to be content? Because then we will be a blessing in the Christmas season. Okay, so we are going to say, I want, let's say I'm learning or I desire. What else? Let's say I must learn. Okay, good. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3. And that's not in the Bible. Okay, so we can. That is our slight adjustment of Philippians 4. Turn to your friend and say, you must learn to be content. Okay, stop. You can't speak to a friend if you don't look a friend in the eye. So quickly find someone's eye. Look that person in the eye. Okay? And then we say, you must learn to be content.
You must learn to be content. With or without.
Amen. What must we learn?
We must learn to be content with or without.
Turn around and tell Rodepoort, you must learn.
You must learn to be content with or without.
Now, Roodepoort, tell those in Ermelo, you must learn to be content. Did you hear that? Okay, because then we will start to be thankful. Great. Give yourselves a big hand for wanting to learn. Good, sit down. Okay, you may be seated. Does that make sense? Staff, does that make sense? Staff, can we improve in the contentment department? Yeah, because we so easily get caught up in other things. Students, it's the last week of school, or the second last week of school. Finishing strong is more important than anything else. I don't want students rushing, then we fail base tests. So if there are circumstances where children need to go into next week to write tests, then we still write tests. Okay, you're not going to go on holiday. What is most important to me as your principal is that you will finish well. Friday is your cutoff date for honor roll. I know that, but it's just an indication. Learning Center 3 and 4, even if we have to work through the night on Monday and through the night on Tuesday, it is more important that you finish strong. I know your honor roll report says, your honor roll projection says the 1st of February, 1st of February, where am I? Says the 1st of December, but the truth is you've got a lot of work to do. And you need to finish the way you want to, you need to exit the way you want to enter 2018. So it's important that you finish strong. I don't want unnecessary failed checkups, failed self-test and base tests, and scoring violations because you are rushing. I need you to pay close attention now. Do you understand? Because you can do it. You can do it, but it's your choice what habit you pick up now. I want you to be careful for something else. Is don't start to blame shift. Don't follow Joel's example. Joel forgot his paces at school on Friday. Is that helpful, Joel? No, Joel must say, sorry, Joel. Yeah, sorry, Joel, because he is putting, so I'm using you as an example a lot. Joel is putting himself under pressure. Do you understand? He needs to now do all of that work and today's work. Go and think, how do you want to finish it, and finish it in that manner. We do that. Are you in? Just a little bitty push. You know, when you go with that car, whom of you have ever been to Gold Reef City? You know that Digger's Revenge or Miner's Revenge? It's that car that they pull up. They pull up, and then it starts to go. And you think, oh, what's going to happen? And what happens the next moment? You just go. And that's where we are. We're not going now, but we are there where we go. Tell your friend you can do it. Say, come on, man. You can do it. It's just academics. Yeah, it's just academics. It's nothing. Yes, war is far more. You know what? War is yeah, there are things that is more, or things that are far more pressuring than schoolwork. Schoolwork is putting in. Okay. Do you believe that you can do it? We believe you can do it. Don't be shy when everybody on Monday are finished with their goals and you're still working. You know what? The seniors are still going to work. If all else fails, you come and sit with me. The honor roll projection is only staff. It's only an indication. It doesn't help we push so much to get the honor roll projections. And at the end, we need to compromise to get you through your tests. Okay? I don't want that. Good. Can I trust you with that? This is my gear. Now I'm going to second gear. Okay, it's important. It's very, very important. Did it help you not to do sport this term? It did help a little bitty. Yeah, and it's raining so much. But I want us to have a good day. Would like to ask that we put our chair sets in the days to come. I'm speaking to all of us, especially the student leaders that are in Learning Center 3, if they can assist us here now, just to put out chair sets, so that when you are finished with your goals, I don't want you to hang around. I think we will put out chair sets. Maybe I should bring my fingerboard, and we put that out, but you're going to look after the stuff. Okay, and we put out things. I want us to work well together. Then next week and Monday, open your ears. Someone needs to stand at the gate. Think, Asanda, you are our gate watcher. Stand there. When you see Pastor Janie, you shout very loud. But you must listen to what I'm also saying. So just stand in the door, but you must look out. Otherwise, how will you see Pastor Janie when she comes? Yeah, just stand there. Next week and Monday. When? We're going to surprise Pastor Janie because she's going to have a baby. Did you notice? Okay, and what is the baby's name? And Caleb is almost here. So you are all invited, boys and girls, to bring her a small gift. It really doesn't have to be something big. If the only thing you can bring is a little letter, then it's also good. Okay, if you want to make her a little card, I think we will make sure that there are things in the class that they can make cards with. If you do have money and you can buy a little gift for her for next week and Monday, and then we are going to bring it. But you must first listen to me. It is okay if you can't bring a gift. Is it okay or not? It is okay. But if you can't bring a gift, then make a little letter. Because whether the letter comes from you or the gift comes from you, both are a gift. Otherwise, you're going to sit in your heart and you're going to feel, oh, I can never bring, and why can they bring? And don't go there. It's not a good place. Some of us don't have extra finance for extra gifts. But what is the principle? The principle is to sow. If you want millies to grow, what must you put into the ground? Millies. You must put seed in. That's what we want to have. We want to have an opportunity to bless this new baby's life because we are also going to benefit from it. Okay, we are going to send out a note, but please don't tell Pastor Janie. It is a surprise. Okay, and we are going to arrange for something sweet with that. Who's in for the something sweet? Okay, but then you must remember to bring a gift. Will you do that? And must the gift be only a gift, or can you make something? You can make something. Say, I can make something. When will it be? Good. Asanda, you may come in. We finish with our underground business here. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Security Guard. Good. That is Monday. Also next week on Monday, we are going to have the preschool here, and they are going to practice their annual awards ceremony with Learning Center 1 and Learning Center 2. Because the annual award ceremony for Learning Center 1 and 2 is on Tuesday. I hope Learning Center 2's poem is as nice as Learning Center 1's. What do you think? Is the competition on? Okay, because we're going to bless our parents with Christmas gifts. Not Christmas gifts, with a Christmas poem. So they will practice for their annual award ceremony on Monday. But before we go there, coming Thursday, everyone in Learning Center 3 and Learning Center 4, who does that include? Learning Center 3 and 4? And 5? No, 4, not you. 4, Mrs. Olsen, you must do 4. Okay, Learning Center 3 and 5 on this side. Put up your hands. On Thursday. When? Thursday. Say Thursday equals? Thursday equals? 9x squared minus b plus y. Say Thursday equals? Fun day. Yes, Thursday is the fun day for Learning Center 3 and 5 on this side. I'm not sure of Learning Center 4's arrangements. Learning Center 3 and 5, it will be from 10 o'clock till 1 o'clock. You are invited to come to 83 Klute with your swimming costume and your blanket, and we're just going to chill. What are we going to do? Chill. Do you know how to chill? Chill means chill. We're going to eat, we're going to swim, we're going to play. If you want to sleep, you can sleep. We're just going to finish, just to celebrate our year. You've got till 10 o'clock to do tests on Thursday. Friday, say Learning Center 1 and 2, say Friday, equals Fun Day. Yes, on Friday, Learning Center 1 and 2 will have their fun day. Okay, your fun day is going to be very nice. I don't have permission to tell you, but if I'm you, I will work very hard not to miss the fun day. You are not going to look the same when you come back. You'll be more beautiful, you'll be fatter, and you will be much happier. Okay, good. So this week we've got fun days, Thursday and Friday. Please, staff, I don't want any office to be unpacked before Tuesday. I actually do think Learning Center 3 and 5 will unpack on Wednesday morning. Okay, otherwise we sit in offices and we've got whole days, and what do? You can still go into your office and you can write a thank you letter or something. So the whole school, Learning Center 1 and 2 will pack up on Tuesday morning next week. They will pack up, and then we will clean out offices, make sure scoring stations are sorted out, make sure everything is clean so that we can go into our new year strong. Okay. And then next year when you come, we will tell you what will be your learning center for next year. Can you see we've got lots of things to do? Next week and Tuesday, we also have secret recipe. And we've got our merit shop sale next week and Tuesday. So many things that's going to happen next week. Can you see? Okay, so do this. Say, ek moet my kop by mekaar hou. Ja, ons moet ons koppe by mekaar hou so that we can remember all of it. But for now, we're going to go and we're going to finish this term like we've started it. And that is strong. Okay, I'm going to end assembly, live stream assembly here. Roodepoort, I trust you will have a good week. Remember to think before you speak to one another and speak to one another in a proper way. That includes you as well. Good. Thank you, Mrs. Olsen. If you will please hand out the congratulation slips.